members of the Integrity Commission, certainly members of staff and commissioners themselves. Those regulations don't yet exist. And the inherent conflict identified by both the Joint Select Committee and the previous Oversight Committee of members of staff declaring to themselves and examining themselves has not yet been addressed. And I think the first recommendation that this, not first, but obviously there have been points raised today, but certainly one of the issues that should be forwarded to the attention of the Joint Select Committee for Legislative Change should be, to my mind, that this group of individuals should have their evaluation or their review done by an external body, whether the FID or Auditor General. If the Auditor General doesn't remain on the commissioners, that has been a source of much discussion, but certainly you can't review yourself. The other request I have would be for any research done or available, or if it hasn't been done, that it be done on what the appropriate arrangements are for oversight committees of similar commissions within similar jurisprudence. Meaning you are providing oversight to someone who is providing oversight to you, of you. It's a odd arrangement, certainly feels that way to me, and that has given rise, I think, to members on both sides not wanting to serve on this particular committee. That has given rise to comments made in the past of fear of victimization, whether real or imagined. And I think any research that exists on, or any context that exists, or any best practices in other jurisdictions would be useful for this committee to contemplate. Similarly, should we be declaring to the FID, which has the capacity to examine as they do fit and proper for persons in the financial industry or for attorneys. It's a thought, and I think it is worthy of examination here for a recommendation to go whether to continue as is, to strengthen, to totally change. Us being on the Oversight Committee, we all know how we feel about the particular issue and how you feel about the oversight that you're being asked to provide. I think those matters need to, during our tenure.
Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the ways of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law do we meditate day and night. For we shall be like trees planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth our fruit in our season. Our leaves shall not wither, and whatsoever we do shall prosper. The ungodly, nah, they are not so. They are like a shaft which the wind driveth away. Yes, Rasta. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show for this another Monday evening. We just played for you Matthew Samuda. A run off in 14. Matthew, you want to go to the FID, and he tried to give further explanation this evening, today.
Of the members of the Integrity Commission, certainly members of staff and commissioners themselves.
He tried to give some further clarification. But Matthew, we're not having it. We're not having it, Matthew. Here, Matthew.
Of wealth declarations by members of Parliament's Integrity Commission Oversight Committee be removed. Minister Samuda, who is a member of the IC Oversight Committee, suggested that income, assets and liability filings should be sent to an independent entity for review, such as the Financial Investigations Division or the Auditor General. But advocacy group Jamaicans for Justice is among those who disagree with the proposal, contending that the idea ought to be rejected since FID is still under executive control. Last Wednesday, when the committee met, Mr. Samuda said it was a conflict of interest for the MPs being reviewed by the IC also act as watchdogs for the Commission by the Oversight Committee. Mr. Samuda sought to provide further clarity on his position.
it's a body that spends a lot of money, so it requires some oversight. The oversight is not clearly defined in the act itself, and I think the very amendments to the standing orders require some more work, and I think we are delinquent in not completing the regulation, which would have given more clarity. I am being asked to give oversight that gives accountability and gives an assessment of the performance of a body. Not in their management duties, but certainly their overall performance in the way that commissions of parliament would be examined. However, no other commission of parliament is examined in this way, had their performance questioned in the way you do a performance appraisal with your boss in an HR department, especially now on camera. They then go back to provide oversight of me, looking at my most personal details of that of my family. And in the cases of attorneys, sometimes the details of partnership with other attorneys who are not, in the political space. So they are human beings. I am providing oversight for them. They're providing oversight for me. It seems like an odd relationship.
He says there are other areas of the Oversight Committee that need to be strengthened for greater efficiency in holding office holders accountable.
How do you provide the level of oversight and the level of scrutiny that you want on the operationals and the operational effectiveness on the same people that are supposed to provide that level of scrutiny and oversight on you? It's a fundamental question, which is why I've been looking at I'm new to the committee, I'm doing my research now, I'm looking at the Australian model. One of the things that we're missing in our model is indeed the need for an inspectorate of the Integrity Commission, which exists in other jurisdictions similar to ours, which I think would lighten the load and the pressure on an oversight committee in this.
Would it lighten the load, or does it add another tier of bureaucracy?
To be determined, Simon, which is why I've asked for the research.
Yeah.
To be determined. I mean, this is a discussion last week, Wednesday. This is my third meeting in the committee.
Mm-hmm.
You've now completed your review of the act. I've highlighted my own concerns with the act.
IC Oversight Committee member Matthew Samuda speaking with...
Well, dear, you have it. Matthew Samuda. I laugh, I laugh when I listen to all these kind of things. Because what this says to me is that the labor rights are very uncomfortable with the Integrity Commission. So, MP Lothan Cousins have been appointed to the Shadow Ministry of Works as Richard Azan stepped down from that portfolio. We're going to be talking to Lothan Cousins somewhere about 6 o'clock. We're going to chat to him on his new appointment. And of course, he's out there talking about how the roads are being chosen by the works agency. Caller, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Good evening, Colin. Good evening.
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yeah, man.
Yes, man. Thanks to be on your platform again.
Blessings. One love.
Yeah. Yes, man. Concerning the proposals that you were discussing yesterday, I just want to congratulate you.
Thank you.
And to put this to you, that here is one you could consider to implement. As you know, U.S. has just celebrated 250 years of independence.
Yeah.
I think you should make a salute to them. Just surrounding Boston in Portland, and Boston in the U.S.
Boston, Massachusetts.
Boston, Massachusetts.
Because the first shipment of banana that leave Jamaica leave from Boston. In fact, Boston got its name that way. Boston in Portland. The first shipment of banana that left Jamaica left from Boston in Portland to Boston, Massachusetts.
Yes, Colin. And it would kind of bring to the fore what you mean when you say we can export part of our culture. I did not know that's how they got the name, Boston.
Yeah, man.
But then you could link it up. Plus, there's an incident in Boston, Massachusetts about molasses, where 21 people were killed by an overflown molasses tank.
Oh, Never know that.
Yes. Yes, man. A serious incident. 21 people were killed in Boston, Massachusetts. The molasses tank burst and run down the street and overflow and so on. But I can talk to you off the year to give us more details.
Not a problem.
And that. Yes. And then there's another, apart from the molasses and the banana, there is another interesting link with Boston that you could make. And, you know, you could just launch up, say, about in October, and you run it from October to December, celebrating, saluting US 250th anniversary.
253rd.
Another quick 350th anniversary of US. Just a salute to them. You know, and link Boston there. And also, there are a couple of the crucial things, but I want to take up the time now. Talk to me or tell me what time I can call you and we speak about it off here.
No problem. When I'm not on the line, when I'm not on here, you can give me a call.
All right, good. All the best and to your listeners.
And everybody's correcting his 253 years anniversary. 258, sorry, 258, not 300, 200.
Yeah, 250 anniversary of the U.S. Independence.
Blessings, my brother.
And also, your one coming up, Portland one coming up as well, you know.
Yeah.
Portland in 2028 will be 325 years old.
Yeah, I have to check that. I don't have that at the tip at my fingertips. I have to check that.
Yeah, man. Portland was the parish of Portland was started in 1703.
Okay, all right. Thanks for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yes, man. So
Yes.
and a lot of packages like that we can put together.
Yes.
But as I said, I call you and give the full set out. All the best to you and listeners, and keep strong and continue the hard work.
Thanks for the call. Good evening.
Yes, man. Cool.
My listeners and my viewers, there's a couple of things I want to share with you this evening. There's a video going around that of the labor rights, them bawling. They're trying to spin, but they don't know how to spin this. But you know, me I go a little deeper than the average. Yeah. Yes. This video here of them bawling. Listen to it.
Always been under the impression that we don't have enough healthcare professionals. We've recently
never had enough, sir, and that is a reality.
Yeah.
Time gone by, it would have been because we didn't train enough. Then we were training enough, but we're not paying enough, so people were leaving, and people are still leaving because I would have articulated in the local space that people don't leave for money only. People leave for opportunities.
She's cool there.
Yeah. And people leave for some basic things, sir. People leave. I have a child who is special needs. Jamaica can't help me.
That
so I have to go
resonated
to a
me.
country where I can work and send my child into a space that I know they are cared for and protected professionally. Jamaica doesn't offer that. So there are some things. I have my elderly parents who need additional health needs. They can't get that here, and that's the basic. I've graduated 361 RNs last year. And
this is at the professional level.
Yeah. None of those persons are yet employed.
But that's strange.
And it's not strange. It happens every year.
It is said we have a shortage of nurses.
Right.
Well, let me not say nurses. Let me say there's a shortage of professionals in the system. Yes. But then you have people who are not engaged. So I'm curious, why is that?
The HR policies of the Ministry of Health and Wellness are a challenge for nursing.
The HR policies, what does that? Explain to me. I don't know enough about the intricacies of the profession. So
many moons ago, when I was employed as a registered general nurse, when we were placed, you went to the ministry, you get your letter and you go down to the ministry and you're assigned. Because when we did the exam, we had to say where we want to work. You don't must get it, but you put it down there. Because I wanted to work in Portland and I don't reach up there yet. But you were assigned, and everybody who graduated was assigned. That no longer happens. Now, the current situation is that the HR management system is called the My HR Plus system. That system will not employ an individual if they are not able to align them to a post number. We don't have enough posts.
So, when we tell you about this government and their incompetence, and I'm trying to download another video. God, that one is the sweetest one to me, you know. I cut it. It's in the system, but we don't know it come like the science that video, yeah. Hey. No, I don't know why this video. But if you don't download that, I can play the video. I'm going to play the audio for me listen to them. Because this is serious. Very, very serious. Carla, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show. We're live on Portland Spice TV.
Brother, blessings.
Medea, man. Bless up and welcome.
Boy, me I tell you, me see some video where them a drag Miss Dawn Marie in the gut time on me, brother.
No, me not see none of them there.
Them a some people me see a post something how she disrespect the Prime Minister and she fi shut up and whatever. Brethren, you see the same thing when Miss Dawn Maria talk about. Me work under the Ministry of Health for 7.5 years.
Yeah.
7.5 years me I work for them. Then tell me say, as of 6 months after my work, I would get an appointment. I work for the ministry 7.5 years, and up till today, I don't see an appointment. Up till today, I don't see an appointment. I don't know how is it that this Prime Minister have a Minister of Health, and he's talking about he's under the impression that we are short on nurses. So hold on, them not communicate. Me I wonder how is it that them not communicate and then him a come talk about him never know say nurse is short. It's just that he was just about to spin the narrative. He was just about to spin the narrative of what was happening. But the lady just stopped him in his track. The lady just stopped her in his track because when I left nursing school, when I graduated from the University of the West Indies, the same incident where she said that you put your name on a list based on the region that you are in and based on the facility that is needed of nurses, then they would send you based on the needs to that facility. After I graduated in 2011 and started working in 2012,
you're a nurse, Carla?
Changes.
You're a nurse?
Yeah, man, I'm a registered nurse since 2011.
Beautiful. Talk to me.
I'm a registered nurse since 2011. That's why I was telling you that the fact that when you left nursing school during the time when I graduated, you would go to the region and put your name based on the region because you had Northwest region, Southern region, authority based on where you were. You'd put down your name and then based on the hospital needs, you'd be sent to that facility.
That's what War Richard said because she wanted to go to Port Antonio, but them sent her somewhere else.
Yeah, but because they changed the system so now.
Hold on. The question I want to ask you, hold on. When did the system change?
All right. I think it was just after we got in 2012.
In 2012.
After that, everybody who came after us was placed on a contract basis where they were employed on contracts.
No, so that is not the contract that is the problem, you know. Listen.
Yeah, I know it's not the contract.
The HR Plus system that Ms. War Richards is talking about.
That's what I'm coming to. That was already there, you know, because that's why I tell you that they told me I would be getting an appointment after 6 months, because that's the thing, you know, you should be appointed in the job as the RN within 6 months you get a post. But I was telling you that I worked 7.5 years and up till today I did not see a post.
But hold on, man. What War Richards says that no, they're not even employing you. if the post
Yes,
is not
because they are
available.
saying they don't
That
have a
is-
post, and I'm wondering
So that is
where
the
are those
system
posts?
I want to know when that system come in place. Because listen what the lady said.
That-
Make you listen back that tape a little bit. Make you listen this. Listen this.
Would have graduated 361 RNs last year. And
This is at the professional level.
yeah, none of those persons are yet employed.
He's out. You hear what she said? 361
know.
nurses graduated.
Exactly.
None of those persons are yet employed. Make we listen her again.
Would have graduated 361 RNs last year. And
This is at the professional level.
yeah, none of those persons are yet employed.
Yeah.
But that's strange.
And it's
Right.
not strange. It happens every year.
It is said we have a
tell her. She said it happen every year. So it's that part of the system that we want to know. Because you got employed anyway. You were employed even though you weren't appointed away.
No, I was employed under the system that she was employed under.
Right.
Where the region placed you based on their needs.
Yes.
But after we got in 2012, all of that was changed.
So you're saying
And
from
I'm still trying to figure
2012,
out,
from 2012, we are graduate nurses. And even though we don't have no nurse, we not employ them?
no, most of them are taken on contracts.
No, man.
They are not
No.
placed.
That's not what War Richard said. Listen again.
No, but
Listen
what I'm
this
saying,
again. Hold on, man.
I understand that, Colin, but listen what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Most of them get employed, but not on the system that we went into the system with.
Hold on, man. You hear what the lady said?
Yes,
Listen
I
this.
heard what she
Just
said.
listen this again. And then me see if I make a mistake. Listen again.
Would have graduated 361 RNs last year. And
this is at the professional level.
yeah, none of those persons are yet employed.
None of those persons are yet employed. Whether by
it goes back to
contract
what I'm
or
saying.
part-time.
And the reason being because of the appointment system.
Yes.
And I'm still trying to figure out what happened to those posts that you have person that died, person that retired, person that leave, and they give up those posts. So what happened to
So
those
she's
posts that
saying that
are
if
left
you don't have a
vacant?
post
Why they
number
can't
now-
employ those persons?
So what she has say, if you don't have a post number now, you're not. Take them because she go further to explain, that when she left nursing
Yes.
school, she went straight
Yes.
into a job.
Yes.
She's saying that we graduate 360. Is that what you're understanding, Madam Producer? And
Yeah,
none
man,
of them
I
not get no
understand.
work
I'm getting
yet.
that point. Yes, exactly. And that has been happening. That has been happening since after 2012. That's what I'm telling you. But that's why I'm going to the fact to say what happened to the post when most of us, because my batch from UWI, when I graduated from UWI, I can assure you, if we have 100 of my batchmate left in Jamaica, it's a lot of us that is still there.
No, she went further, and she tell the Prime Minister, that the change in money where them did do, when Nigel Clark claims saying do, that not stop nurses from leave.
No, it's not gonna stop because the system is at a wreck. The system is at a wreck.
But
Colin.
hear me.
I work in it 7.5 years and I try even go to NHT. Them tell me say me no qualify because I'm still in a early enough.
Hold on,
That's why I'm
Hold on, little bit. Everybody share up the live because something will bust right here, so. In the next 5 to 7 minutes, something will bust. Share up the live right now. Something big going bust. Go continue.
That's why I run. That's why I run, Colin. And
so hold on,
I
you know
don't
that Jamaica no
understand
more.
where people saying she disrespect the Prime Minister.
Hold on, you know that
Where she
Jamaica no
disrespect
more.
the Prime Minister by talking the truth.
So you know that Jamaica no more?
Colin, me work for ministry 7.5 years, brother. I mean, I see nothing. Me have to left.
My God.
Colin, me have to run.
Then so poor like
Colin,
nurses they
the
run.
same
We not
thing
dead
where the
down here.
lady say, the healthcare system and everything. These are the reason why we left. It's not about the money. It's the betterment of self. How can you be working for an institution or a government and when you look on it, you have to do so much overtime for you to down payment on a car to find yourself when you are stressed yourself to find $60,000 a
So
month
let me
to
ask
pay
you
down on a car. Your salary can't cover it.
When Nigel Clark do the restructuring, the money never good.
Good? No. They are getting money now, Colin. They are getting better money now compared to what. Colin, I am not afraid to talk. I was getting $59,000 a month for salary.
What?
$59,000 a month
When?
salary.
When?
I'm not afraid to talk.
When did I get that?
Colin, I graduated 2011, started work in 2012. I worked 7.5 years. It was when I went back and I studied emergency nursing for 6 months, came back into the facility, still was not appointed. I ended up earning, based on that double train, they pulled me up, and I was earning $74,000 a
So let me
month.
ask you
And
something.
that was
Hold on.
in the year 2018. And I left.
Let me ask you something. So how much a nurse I get now? You must still know, even though you're not in the
I
system.
honestly don't know.
You don't have no
since
idea?
I left 2018, I honestly don't know.
Google a nurse's salary in Jamaica for me. 2020.
Honestly don't know, because
2026.
I'm telling you, when
I want to know how much nurse I get for them pay now.
I honestly don't know now. I know I can give you a ballpark right
Yes,
now
give me a
for a
ballpark.
double trained nurse. Probably a midwife, from what I get to understand. Most persons will not tell you the truth. And nurses, which is a double trainer, RN, plus
Yeah.
they go back, some of them go back for 2 years to be trained as midwife.
Yes,
They
that
are
I-
looking at approximately $205,000. And
Take
that's not tax
home
yet.
or before tax.
Them not tax that yet.
205,000.
Them not tax that yet. That's about a ballpark that they are getting.
Somebody else in the chat room said they worked for 11 years and was not appointed either.
I'm telling you, Colin, they tell me that I would be appointed after 6 months and 7.5 years. Me not see nothing.
Me say, you know, call everybody, you know, because things are going to peel out here, so. Call everybody. Things are going to
They're
peel out.
making it seem like it is prim and proper in the healthcare system. Nurses, that lady, for one thing I can assure you, before or behind her, me see that woman, they turn up and talk on behalf of nurses. And it's like you go on their fears.
Me never see nobody at this, sir. But
yeah, man, people out there, this are wicked man about how she and the prime minister and the whole of them are PNP propagandists. You need
so hold
there's
on,
a lot of.
hold on.
I think I sent you something. I think I've
little
sent you something on your number.
Ease out a little bit. Ease out a little
We've always been under the impression that we don't have enough healthcare professionals. We've recently
We have never had enough, sir, and that is a reality.
Yes.
Time gone by, it would have been because we didn't train enough. Then we were training enough, but we're not paying enough, so people were leaving. And people are still leaving. Because I would have articulated in the local space that people don't leave for money only. People leave for opportunities.
Yeah.
And people leave for some basic things, sir. People leave. I have a child who is special needs. Jamaica can't help me. So I have to go to a country where I can work and send my child into a space that I know they are cared for.
Ease out. I can identify with that. I have a special needs child.
That part too.
Had that child not
Exactly.
leave Jamaica, I don't know what would happen to him.
Colin, I can relate to that.
Because
my son is autistic, and if he was in Jamaica, it would be a problem.
Hold on. He was assessed here in Jamaica. But even to get him assessed, I had to search. He's up at St. Peter and Paul's, at Kingston. Me have to carry him go see one psychologist to assess him. Yeah? And there are people in Portland who've been coming to me in my journey in the politics, begging for assistance to find a school to send their child with special needs. It's not easy. Some don't know who could have really diss the nurse. The nurse attacked truth.
People say she disrespect the prime minister. People
to tell him the truth.
I'm not looking at it. Colin, I know persons in my community from where I was. A gentleman has a daughter. And a man just couldn't manage. He just not bother with it. The pitney just sit down there because it was a special need child. I know several of them with it. And they are just there. The facility is not there in Jamaica. So she was right. She just stopped him in his track because he was just trying to spin a narrative. If she had allowed him to talk, he was surprised. Look at his facial expression when she started to answer him.
Yeah, man, him shocked, man.
Because I don't know how he had a minister of health and all of that, and he still,
you know, she not understand the whole thing.
Does not communicate.
But you know what he told her? You know what he told her? Him tell her, say, him at the head of the bureaucracy in Jamaica, you know. Me I go run left here because we have some things to
yeah,
cheer
man.
with.
Yeah, man. We talk. Me I go on.
Ralston, man, good evening.
Yes, sir. What's up?
Boy, I'm there. What is happening? What is happening in Jamaica, Raleigh?
Well, the big news today. I don't know if it is big news. There's big research today.
Yes.
Is that the government's own figures are confirming that the country is in a steep recession.
Yes, what kind of
Government
figures
is
they drop?
These are the number. I don't know if them drop them. Them hide them, and you have to be a researcher to find them.
Talk to me.
These are the revenue numbers from April to May.
Yes.
And what the numbers are telling us is that the government had projected to collect 192.5 billion in tax revenues and grants.
Yes.
And they only collected 172 billion. So they were 20.4 billion behind, 10.6% behind.
Yeah.
Tax revenues came out at 163 billion when they wanted 185 billion. So we're 22 billion behind in terms of tax revenues. That's 11.8% behind.
So that's $40 billion behind.
No, that's 22 billion behind. Revenues and grants are what? We're talking about tax revenues itself now.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were 22 billion behind in tax revenues. Grants, they were ahead in grants. They wanted 396 million. They got 501 million in grants. So
Million or billion?
Million in grants.
Million? US or Jamaican?
Jamaican dollars. Grants. That's the money we them get free.
Yeah, but that can't make up the $20 billion shortfall.
No, that can't. No. That's about the shortfall. So
yeah.
what them do is that them spend 191.8 billion, 12 billion less than the 203 billion that them plan to spend. That's 5.9% less.
So they're underspending again.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So the wage bill was 80 billion when it should have been 81 billion at the time. And in terms of capital expenditure, they only spent 9 billion when the original plan was 11 billion. The fiscal deficit was 11 billion when it should have been 19 billion, so they underspend again there. And when you look at the areas of revenues, it is astonishing. Almost every year our tax revenues are down. So that tells you about the recession that we have. For example, income and profits tax. After the tax they collect from people who are work.
Yes.
They expected 59 billion, they only collected 77 billion. That was 24%, 18.8 billion.
They expected how much?
77.8 billion.
Yeah, and they collected?
59 billion, 18.8 billion less,
yeah.
24 billion. So that tells you something. People losing jobs or the employers collecting the money and not turning it over. But this is more about the people losing their work. So more people are losing work that we know, because if you collect income, less income tax, that's how you collect at source.
Yeah.
So it's either the people are losing them work or the employers are paying something with it. But if you look for the employers tax, they expect to collect 39.9 billion from the private sector. They only collected 27 billion. That was 30.9% less. You follow me?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So it tells.
So with all of this shortfall rally and the new taxes that they had, what going mad out then? Or this going mad out?
It now go mad out because the economy in a recession. Production and consumption taxes, GCT, they had expected to collect 60.8 billion, they only collected 49 billion.
Blood fire.
Yep. The environmental levy that you're talking about, they were expecting 6 billion, they only collected 2 billion so far. That is 66.5%. The problem actually is that almost every year of tax collection is done by large amounts. Yeah? The environmental levy, as I tell you, SCT local 66%. No, that is a special consumption tax. That's a tax on fuel.
Yeah.
They expected to collect 6.4 billion, only collected 2 billion, 66.5% less. Environmental levy, they expected 326 million, they only collected 299 million, 1.6% less. Yeah? In terms of the travel tax, they expected to collect billion. They only collected 3.9 billion, 35% down. The environmental levy, they expected 1.4 billion. They only collected 989
How much environmental levy we have?
That's great.
Because you call about 3 environmental levies so far?
Yep. Yeah, man. Yep. So all of the years, major years.
So let me ask you something. Have you had up all of them shortfall there and see how much we really short?
Yeah, man. The total is the 22 billion. I don't think they come up to the.
Oh, so that's the 22 billion.
Billion.
22 billion with a B shortfall in government revenue.
Man. Yeah, man. And the thing is that it's widespread. It's almost in every area. So it's telling you that something really, really, really wrong in terms of the economy. It's not any concentrated in any one year. The big areas of collection, like the income tax and the company tax and the GCT, those big areas, all those areas are down, plus the travel tax and all of them categories.
Everything.
That's something really wrong. Yes. Accommodation tax also down. Educate, that are the hotel tax down by 21.7%. Education tax down by 8.1%. Yeah. Stamp duty down by 7.2%. Yeah. International trade taxes down by 3.4%. Customs duty down by 8.4%. Everything down.
And somebody's trying to tell us that the country is not in a recession or some sort of recession, some kind of way. Technically.
Yeah.
Where we going to make up them shortfall, Raleigh? What we're going to do?
You can't make them up unless the economy starts growing again.
You mentioned something about salary that we expected to pay. How much for salaries?
81.6 billion, and so far it's only 80.1 billion.
So how we pay less?
1.5 billion shortfall.
So how we
1.9.
So is it that we hope people are some some people lose their job?
Well, it's either old people or people lose their work.
Yeah, because that should go through to form.
Yeah, man. There's no other way. The capital budget down, your programs budget down, everything down.
And the government is also spending less than what they plan to spend on infrastructure.
Yeah, man.
But that
even the primary surplus, even the amount of money that not tell us the whole thing are backfire now. Even the amount of money that them say them would have paid out for the debt, them pay less. So them say originally them would have paid 19 billion for the debt. Them only were able to pay 6.7 billion.
What?
So the whole thing are fall apart.
Hold on. Come back with that again. Come back with that.
Primary surplus, them was projecting to pay 19.8 billion on the debt. They were only able to pay 6.7 billion on the debt.
Why?
So they were six because them not collect enough money. And then can't cut the thing no more without the thing collapsing.
So let me ask you this. The days when we used to overpay upon the debt, how is that benefiting us now? Where's the benefit from that? What benefit have we derive from?
All right. Yeah, the benefits for them tell the country say that again. Them tell the country say, when you do that, it's going to be easier for you to mobilize money. But they mobilize money and I use the money.
Hey, boy. Hey, boy. Yep. Hold on there. Obi up on the line. Let me bring him in. Obi, you hear all of that?
Yeah, man, I have. Hey, Raleigh, how you doing?
Yeah, brother.
Hi to the listeners and viewers. Well, just by, I want you to enumerate for our listeners, Raleigh, just to direct them where exactly they can go and find all these numbers that you have just trotted out, so that there is absolutely no discussion that we are concocting these figures and throwing out there, but they are in official dumb to say that this is what is happening there, Raleigh, right?
Just go on Google and type in Ministry of Finance and Planning, Jamaica, and then type in Central Government Operations. Simple.
Those are not your numbers, Raleigh. Those are the government numbers.
Those are Favour Williams' numbers.
The government numbers. By virtue of those numbers that release, Raleigh, whoever where there was any form of ambiguity or any doubt, or some people come like one who come and say to Colin, say there may be some kind of recession also. I'm sure that this now would be to remove all clouds from their eyes to say that we're in a full blown recession right
Obi,
now.
they now believe still a Ralston sister, so they now believe.
Well, that's why I
That
tell them
is
we
why.
got the thing and find
Why
it
you
for myself.
think
In
I
all my
started
40
out?
years, I've never seen declines in revenue so widespread in every area. Never seen like this before.
Hold on. Where's the rally? In your 40 years
In
in
all
this
my
business.
40 years, of course, Omar Davies and all of that, I've never seen the decline in revenue so widespread in every area. Never. It's shocking.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness, we need to talk to you. We need to
Shocking.
talk to you. Go ahead, Obi.
Good. That is why we're clinical, Colin, in the way we do things, methodical. That's why I asked Raleigh to basically direct the listeners, viewers, the bloggers and what do you call them again, Colin?
Doggers. The vloggers and doggers.
All of them can go and verify this for themselves. Raleigh, how many institutions, coffers the government have raided? We know the FSC, and in the same breath, those money that they have taken out of these coffers, what are those money are earmarked to do?
Well, to shore up, because they know what's going on in terms of revenue collection, so they're going to use it to shore up the Ministry of Finance and the government's coffers. But those are temporary things, because as long as the economy continues to melt down, then those are just temporary relief, because you're not getting at the source. The source is that the economy is in a steep recession. I need to get the economy going.
Wow.
This is in every area, as I tell you, every single area.
Should we expect for this search to continue, for the government to continue to search to see which other agency may have some cash there that they can remove? Should we expect more of this?
Yeah, but that's not going to help us. We don't want no more of that.
No,
because all of that means that it'll come back to the general public.
But Raleigh, what Obi is saying, will they do it? Because we don't see them looking at anything else.
Yeah, they will do it. But remember, we talk come back to.
Yeah, but that's why Obi has said, where else you think they're going to raid?
Well, I don't know because everywhere I lose money, so I don't know where them are raid.
So what's the fear of spending that money that the multilaterals have available to us? What is the fear?
The tax on dividend was down by 32.8%. The tax on individuals were down by 58%. So the tax on dividend tell you what going on in the stock market. The tax on individuals down by 58%. The tax on interest down by 22%. So that tell you what going on in the bond market. Every market I get licked.
But the bank said people are borrowing less.
Yeah, man.
Good. Colin.
Yeah.
Raleigh, is there a window? Is there a sunset on this money in terms of us drawing down it and utilizing it?
No, sir, nothing is happening.
But what Obi is saying, that is there a sunset on it? Is there a time that we have to take it before a certain time?
No.
But
is it then that the government not moving at this time because there is no election in the offing and so on, so they are basically having this money there for some future plan? What is it? Because it before the mind as to where we are heading based on those numbers that you have just trot out and so on, and the government moving with alacrity to utilize these funds. So what could it be? Is there anything that you are picking up in your crystal ball as to maybe the reason why they are not moving?
No, because what I said, if the strategy is to wait until the economy crash, then that's not a good strategy. So maybe because them think the Jamaican people resilient, because them tell the Jamaican people that, and the Jamaican people think it's something good they might tell them. So maybe they must say the people buy to this thing that they are resilient and them can. Right?
Where resilience and long suffering.
Yeah. So maybe the people then buy into that and so we can go and hold on until the elections are here. Yep.
Wow. Quite a bit to chew on there.
But Raleigh,
Quite a bit to chew on there.
If this continue, we're not going to see a downgrading of our ratings by the ratings agencies.
Most certainly. This is not a good situation. Most certainly.
And you are saying that they are hiding this rally?
No, well, it's on the site, but them know say enough people have access to the site and everything. Them know say,
So
them know say enough people have access.
We know you are the financial man at the RJ Aglina Communications Group. Will these be released in the financial report coming up on that big
Tomorrow
station?
morning. Yep. Tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow
morning and certain
sharp. Yeah, man.
Certainly, Raleigh, I will ensure that I mention those numbers a little bit earlier than you. You know, well, it will. I'm sure these numbers.
No, they will be in the 7 o'clock news tomorrow morning.
Oh, in the 7
So you're not going to be able to beat it.
And I was hoping to steal a march on it, but certainly I won't.
You won't be able to unless you change your time on radio. But Raleigh, for those who are just joining us, and everybody give the video a like for me, please. We are almost at 1,200 viewers. Give the video a like. We should be at 1,000 likes by now. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, like, and share. You are watching Portland Spice TV, and we have with us the top financial analysts anywhere on media. Raleigh, tell the people again what you found today with the Jamaican economy. It is in tatters, people. Listen to Ralston Hyman again.
Well, the government's own revenue numbers from April to May is telling us that there's a massive shortfall of 20.37 billion in revenues and grants, 22 billion in tax revenues. They wanted to collect 192.5 billion in revenues and grants. They collected 172 billion April to May. Tax revenues came in at 163.74 billion. They wanted 185 billion. As a result of that shortfall, they only spent 191.83 billion when the plan was to spend $203.94 billion. The fiscal deficit difference between what they pulled in and what they spent, it was supposed to be 19.7 billion. It came out at 11.45 billion. The primary surplus, which is their key number, the amount of money that they use to service the debt, it was supposed to be 19.8 billion. They only paid 6.7 billion. The ratings agencies, they are not going to like that. Almost every area of tax revenues were down. Income and profits tax, they expected 77.8 billion. They came in 18.8 billion short. That's 24%. They only collected 59 billion. Company taxes came in at 27.55 billion. They expected $39 billion. Yeah. The tax on individuals, they expected 2.1 billion. They only collected 852 million. That was 68% down. Tax on interest, they expected 6.6. They only collected 5.1. That was 22% down. Yeah. The environmental levy, they expected to collect 326, they only collect 299, that was 8.1% down. SCT local, that's a tax on fuel, they expected 6.39 billion, they only collected 2.91 billion, that was 66% below what they expected. Yeah. Travel tax, they expected 6.1, they only collected 3.9, that was 35% below what they expected. On the environmental levy, they expected 1.5, they only collected 989 million. That was 33.4% below budget. Customs duty, one of the biggest tax, they only collected 11.2 billion. They expected 12.31. That was 8.8% down. International trade taxes, another one of the favorite taxes, they expected 57 billion. They only collected 55 billion, 3.4% below budget. Stamp duty, they expected to collect $768 million. They only collected $703 million, 8.4% below what they budgeted for. Stamp duty local, they expected $1.6 billion. They only collected $1.5 billion, 7.2% below budget. Yep.
So,
education tax, they expected $9.6 billion from the education tax. They only collected $8.8 billion, 8.1% below budget. The hotel tax, they expected $608 million. They only collected $476 million. That was 21.7% below what they budgeted for. Widespread, right across the board.
The recession is deepening, Raleigh.
Yeah, man, deepening. Yeah.
It is absolutely clear, Colin, that is deepening. Raleigh, let's zero in on one of the tax that you mentioned there. That is the shortfall is that everybody can basically identify with the education tax, because that is something that would be very, very predictable based on employment. Because remember now that everybody basically contribute to the education tax. What is happening there? Why we are seeing this precipitous drop in it? Is it because of their attrition from the workforce, so there are much less people in the workforce that is contributing to that? Talk to us
That's
about that.
That's my point too, because that's what I'm saying in terms of the PAYE tax. It means that people are losing their work, or it means that the employers are holding on to the money, because that's a massive shortfall. Yes, and PAYE is something that we collect at source. So, there are some questions to be answered there.
Yeah, Obi.
Wow. No, man. Did Raleigh hear what I said just now?
Yeah, man, Raleigh answered.
Yeah, man.
He answered you.
Yeah, good. So all round, Raleigh, all round. It means that the people are really in a worse off position, and will this redound in the poverty rate? Stepped up, Raleigh. Talk to us about that.
Most certainly, man. Most certainly. Our levels of poverty. Most certainly.
And what about production now, Raleigh? We're not producing, so the GDP is going to fall again.
Yeah, man, and if you notice, the production and consumption taxes are down because we are producing less. If we continue on the current trajectory, all of these things will get less and less and less and less.
Somebody need to call out to the Prime Minister. Anybody have him number? Somebody call
and
him.
The Minister of Finance, come on.
No, man, but he's the Minister of Finance. We're now not talking with favor right now. Andrew Holness, Prime Minister, most honorable Prime Minister, Dr. Brogard Andrew Holness. We need to have a discussion with you.
Most honorable.
Most honorable. We need to talk to you, sir. We need to tell you what is happening. Or be anything else, because we're going to let you go, because at 6 we're going to talk to Luton Cousins.
Yes, I'm going to just wrap. I'm going to wrap quickly by asking. I'm putting something out there, but I'm asking Raleigh to tie this in with the discussion. Raleigh, do you believe that the fact that a lot of Jamaicans pride their visa, a part of the narrative to basically get this government out of the woods is the continuation of this carrying that the United States is threatening to remove ordinary folks' visas? Do you think that is a narrative that we could see deepen as time goes by with this?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but you know the thing though, Obi, if they continue to tell lie on the US, they're going to feel it,
Yeah, man.
Well,
those who are telling lies on the United States are going to pay for it. Mark my word. Mark my word.
I coach my thing that way, Colin and Raleigh and listeners, I coach my thing that way, because I dare any guy to come test me. Because I am saying that the United States is categorically, well, my information is that nothing like that is not on the table at all. As a matter of fact, they're actually wondering where this came from. All right, and my sources ironclad. All right?
All right, brother. Little more.
I leave you there.
Yeah, man.
Bless you. Take care.
Yeah. Raleigh,
Yeah, man.
with the country in this precarious position, what do you have to say to Prime Minister Andrew Holness right now?
Analyze the numbers if you can. If you can't, get somebody who can help you to analyze the numbers and do what is supposed to be done. What is supposed to be done is that the economy needs a stimulus so that you can accelerate growth, so that you can collect more tax revenues. Just as simple as that. You can't collect more tax revenues if the economy is not growing. The strategy of drawing down money from other government agencies and then them have to pass it on to the taxpayers only make the economy shrink even further. That's a foolish strategy. That is a non-economic strategy. That cannot work.
And yesterday we gave him some areas that he need to start the spending in right now. Right now.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's an urgency. It's an emergency right now. These numbers make it even more urgent.
And stop fooling yourself that the economy is doing well. We know it's not doing well. You know. The Prime Minister knows it's not doing well. Let's take one more call before we go up to 6 o'clock. We'll be joined by Luther and Cousins. Ralston will jump off and he will join us back right after that discussion where we will take your calls. Call the Labour right them. Tell them the numbers crash. Tell them to leave. Hold on, caller. Tell them to leave the president of the Nurses Association alone. The lady speaking the truth like we do over here on Portland Spice TV. Is one thing we pride ourselves on, the truth and nothing but the truth. Go ahead, Marshy.
Yes, sir. Even Ralston, even Karen.
Yes, sir.
I wonder Don Walker will come on this evening. Oh, he run yesterday, not come. It's still a run. No, tell me something. I want to say Don Walker, remember, tell them Colin, we don't mean Danville Walker. Remember the half-foot we called yesterday morning?
Yeah, man, sure.
Yeah, sure. Good. No, with the Strait of Hormuz still black.
Yes.
And prices still going up, etc., etc. In Jamaica, prices going up, public sector wage bill, another wage bill not settled, and people going to want increase. What is going to happen now?
Because there's a string of wage negotiations coming, you know.
Right. Right now it is happening, and the wage bill is running below budget.
But Raleigh, hold on, Marshy. The gas from tax, you said they collect less.
Yeah, man, they are collecting less.
Way less.
So it tells you what is happening in the economy. That's the point I'm making to you.
So it means that people are driving, traveling, moving around less in Jamaica, Raleigh?
All right, me sit down with my brethren yesterday upon a corner. And you know, the man look for me. The man don't know about economics. I just man when I chat to. And the man look for me and say, yo, you know, to say Sunday evening, everybody there in the yard, you know. The body not going away again, you know. All right. All right.
People driving less. So because that tells you why the tax on gas coming in short.
Short. Very short too. And another short. Very short.
More than 50% short because you said they wanted to collect what, 6 billion?
Yeah, man.
And they want to collect 2 point something?
Yeah, man. Yep.
So everything
66.5%
because you can't do anything why it not go down too.
Why who?
It's only because age can't do anything why it not go
down. You'd have loved that.
Yes, I would like that. But the thing, Ralston is not good news. You're giving us this evening, you know.
No.
You're only giving us the truth.
Marshy.
Right? Because we know you only speak the truth.
Marshy.
But the news is not good.
Marshy.
You said something. Just before
Marshy.
you go, Colin.
All right.
Yeah.
Because my guest is
you said something.
in the waiting room. Go ahead.
You said something a while ago and the ball out about it today. George Davis, be careful yourself telling lie on the United States government.
They're going to pay for it. But Marshy, call me back.
Yes,
I'm going to talk to Luther and Cousins for about 15 minutes.
Yes, man, because I want to hear him too.
Listeners and viewers, Raleigh going to join me back as well. Marshy, call me back. Right. Raleigh, give me 15 minutes and call me back.
All right, cool.
Blessings. So, there is a change in the shadow cabinet. And let me bring him in right now. MP Luther and Cousins. How are you doing, sir?
Yes, Colin. Blessings. Thank you for
man.
Yeah,
happy to have you on the platform this evening. We see where the opposition leaders ask you to take on the shadow minister position on works, you already had the land in your portfolio. So let me start with the land before I go anywhere else. The government is bulldozing people houses in St. Thomas again, MP Cousins. What are your views on this?
Well, our position as an opposition has been clearly articulated over the last couple of weeks or so. It culminated in the NLA and the municipal corporation inviting the residents to a meeting to discuss regularization after the pressure was brought to bear.
Yes.
My understanding is that the meeting was scheduled for, I think, a school in Grantspen area, but I believe the municipal corporation did not show up, and so the meeting was postponed to a later date. But we are continuing with the advocacy. The issues of land tenure, land ownership are deep rooted, as I've said, and I said in the run up to the elections last year, that the issues of land ownership predate modern independent Jamaica, and that many of our forefathers were deliberately left out of the land ownership process because one, adult suffrage, you had to own land to be able to vote. So that's where it started. Then, after slavery and the emancipation, they passed the law to ensure that they would keep us further out, because the law says that you have to be on crown lands for 60 years before you're able to dispossess the crown. We had proposed a reduction to 25 years. And so I can say that one thing about my leader is that when my leader gives his word, he's a man of his word. And so tomorrow, your viewers can take a look at the parliamentary sitting and observe the proceedings, because a landmark private member's motion should be tabled tomorrow as it relates
but MP Cousins, the people don't want the land either, because if the PNP had offered to change that 60 odd years to 25 years and the people didn't vote you in, they don't want it.
Well, Colin, you can't say that the people didn't want it, because we were at 14 seats. We are now at 28.
Or I should say some people, then the majority of the people didn't want it.
No, man, I wouldn't say that. The truth is that, we're at 14, we're at 28. If we continue focusing on the real issues affecting the people, we should move again up to perhaps 42.
Hallelujah. Yes, sir.
Everything takes time, and it is just ensuring that you position and package your message in such a way that the wider public and the most ordinary Jamaican citizen can understand and appreciate what is it you are saying.
Now, let's look at the road situation in Jamaica. We heard you in the news. We get the news report. You are questioning the NWA statement that they have chosen the roads by using data. Speak to us about that.
Well, I'll start here. In the announcement, they announced a greenfield project. What do you mean by greenfield? It's from scratch.
Yeah.
A road over Sandy Gully from Dunrobin straight onto East Kings House Road. Now, if you're going to impose a greenfield project in a rehabilitation program, it simply means you don't have any data.
So that's a flyover?
It's a flyover. Sections of the Sandy Gully, and then it veers back onto Kings House land and then onto East Kings House Road. It's a brand new road. In order for you to be able to use data, you would need an existing pavement to monitor the traffic flow to ensure that what you're imposing is based on data. So there's no data for that. In fact, it's speculative, because when you dump the traffic onto East Kings House Road, which is already a problem area, then chances are what you're designing may not even work the way you planned for it to work. So as far as I'm concerned, and when you look at the road selected, the Prime Minister's constituency has a 280 million allocation. The Speaker of the House, his wife's constituency, has another $280 million allocation. When you look at the vehicle count for those roads, it pales in comparison to other roads across Jamaica. So clearly, these roads were not selected based on data. Human intervention was at play. And it is clear that there's no data that the driven approach there. It's simply person sitting in a room and carving up pieces of the pie for themselves and then throwing the crumbs to the rural Jamaican people. There's no road on the program in Portland. And they'll tell you that there's a Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project, so maybe that's why there's none.
Or the Port Antonio, they're going to tell us that the Port Antonio bypass.
No, but there are other NWA roads in Portland that are gazetted.
Yes.
Yes, and there are other roads in St. Thomas that are also gazetted. NWA roads, which could have benefited under the program.
But tell me something, MP. This is the Sparks program we're talking about?
$25 billion to fix 37 road.
But that greenfield,
20 of the 37 road is in Kingston and St. Catherine. 20 of the 37 road is in Kingston and St. Catherine.
But the question I want to ask you, that new road that you're talking about, that's not fixing of a road, that's building a new road.
Precisely, and that's exactly why we're saying that the data-driven approach is flawed. And this argument about them using data is flawed by the very existence of that road in the program. NWA as a CapEx department, so if they're going to do a new road, that should come under the CapEx department. It should
exactly
not come under a rehabilitation program.
Because that $25 billion was not to build a new road. Because what is the cost of that new road?
$7 billion of the 25 billion, almost a third.
You mentioned that no road in St. Elizabeth is in the program.
No road in St. Elizabeth, one road in Westmoreland, and that road in Westmoreland is shared between Westmoreland and Hanover.
What about St. James?
St. James has a few roads, yes, and Hanover.
What about your parish of Clarendon?
4 roads, and of the 4 roads, 2 of them benefit the minister directly. One is in the minister's constituency. One is from Maypen going towards the minister's constituency at Source Upturn. That's 2. And then there's one that is shared between myself, Central Clarendon and Southeast Clarendon. And then there is another one that is shared between northwestern Clarendon, going back to northern Clarendon, and also southwest St. Anne because of Borough Bridge. It separates the 2. So if you know the area, so really and truly, this is a joke. And you are looking at assessments that have not yet been done as it relates to these road surfaces. So what they're proposing in the end may not work out because they're estimating that it's 4 kilometers per road stretch. That's a drop in the bucket.
4 kilometers, that's about 8 miles, right?
Yes, and 170 kilometers overall. Now think about it. The NWA's own register has over 5,000 kilometers of roads. So 175,000 something kilometers is 3%.
You're going low, MP. I don't know where you do with the phone, but your volume dropped.
Yeah, sorry. So yes, a call was coming in. So I'm saying that of the 5,000 kilometers, only 170 kilometers they are proposing to repair. And that 170 kilometers is roughly, and this is what was announced by the NWA, so they can't challenge what we're saying.
Yes. Right?
So this is what was announced at the press briefing. So you're looking at 3-point-something% of all the roads on their register. 3-point-something%. So you have 96% of Jamaican roads will not be addressed by the Spark.
Tell me something. How many of these roads are in PNP MP constituencies?
Well, we'd have to do a deep dive, but I have basically explained to you earlier that even in Kingston and St. Andrew, the Prime Minister get one, his wife get one, and you look at the area and you look at the data-driven approach that they're referring to, it boggles the mind in terms of, how did these roads fall within that category, right? So I don't understand. Well, I have a deep understanding for construction and engineering because I am from a family of engineers. I am from a family that is deeply rooted in the construction industry in central Jamaica. Nobody can deny that. And that is why the party leader and the party in their wisdom chose to allow someone who is a part of a sector, an industry, to participate in the discussion. So none of them can come and say that I am not speaking from a position of authority.
And
we
knowledge.
do it every day in the private world. We don't do government contracts.
Yeah.
But when it came to the first set of highways that were done in Jamaica with Bouygues, we were one of the main persons that worked with them, right, to ensure that those highways were constructed properly. So we have a deep knowledge of the thing. And so when we come and we speak from a position of authority on the subject.
What are your views on the One Road Authority?
Hogwash.
Huh?
It's hogwash. It's just really basically rearranging the NWA in the same way, but trying to have greater control and taking away the responsibility from the councillors. And so this One Road Authority, as it is being proposed, doesn't make any sense unless you amend the legislation, the Main Roads Act and the other acts, and you remove the provisions within the acts that say that it is the Minister of Works that has the final say. That is what the Main Road Act say now. And that's why most of the time, members of parliament have to be reaching out to the minister because the CEO of NWA don't even have any say based on what the act says.
So let me ask you this now. That new road that you mentioned, will that be built under NARA? Is that one of the NARA projects?
No, it is being proposed under Spark, and as I said, there are two of them. One, I believe, in the Mullines area flyover, and one again, think one from 6 Mile come up to Mullines, I think, a flyover there. And there's another one from Dunrabin to East Kings House Road. It was presented by the government, you see? And that's why it's important that we shine the searchlight of investigation. Because a lot of persons would have heard the announcements and would have been excited. I am not here to pour cold water on the program. What I'm saying is that if you are going to implement a program like this using such significant resources that are tax-paying dollars, then you must ensure that there's some degree of consultation and transparency. The biggest issue we have is that many Jamaicans are out there blaming members of parliament, especially the opposition ones, for things that are outside of their control. Because an MP does not have the power to determine which road is fixed. It is the minister.
But when they start the Sparks argument, there used to be some consultation with the constituencies. The MPs used to call meetings and the citizens would have a say in which road is fixed. Has that changed?
At the time, they had 40-something seats. So it was to their benefit to do the consultation to make their MPs look good. They are now at 35. We are at 28, correct?
Yes.
Yes. So why would they have any consultations? So you have answered the question that you have asked, because it's an interesting question. It's an important question. And Jamaicans should look and observe for themselves. Because what has happened is that since the opposition numbers has increased, the opposition MPs are less involved in decision making. And that is deliberate.
Politics.
You are not going to have a consultation for 28 PNP MPs for them to carry the people to a meeting and have the conversation. And then the project comes through and them So the 28 PNP MP do a good job. No, the government want all the glory for themselves. So anything else that comes with it, other than the glory, they should take it.
Elections have consequences, MP. I want to ask you 2 questions before I let you go. You are by profession an attorney at law.
Yes.
The Integrity Commission report comes out and they are screaming that the fact that people are taking them to court to challenge them is basically bringing down their resources. What are your views about that statement in the report?
Well, to be honest with you, I have not paid much attention to it, but the reality is this, that every single Jamaican is entitled to defend themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So I start in that position. So
Right.
I have no challenge if a fellow Jamaican, albeit a prime minister, a minister of government, decides that they are going to exercise their options legally to approach the court for a review of the decisions of a government body, a judicial review. That is entirely okay. Now, the challenge we're having is how do we ensure that we strike a balance to ensure that the matters are dealt with expeditiously so that the Integrity Commission's interest is protected and the interest of the applicant, who is the subject of an Integrity Commission report, protected. So I've seen suggestions out there about an affidavit of urgency, about setting up a particular mechanism through which it will take no more than a year. You know, those are matters for the courts to determine. The court is ably managed by Chief Justice Sykes, and I'm sure that ultimately some decisions will be taken in that regard, and we can't impose our will on the courts.
But as a legislature, to bring in a system in the court that these matters are dealt with expeditiously, what are your views on that?
It doesn't have to come through legislation. I mean, the court administration, department, and services is wholly independent from the legislator. Can't tell the court what to do. The principles of separation of powers makes it abundantly clear, and we have to respect those principles. So if the court, right, is so minded, and if the minister from a policy position want the Minister of Justice, that is, which is to say, from a policy position, we are going to commence a separate court system, but we can't tell the judges what to do.
It is ultimately their right.
That's a fact. I guess you're getting
responsibility.
Good. You're back with us. My final question to you: what are your views on the third country nationals coming to Jamaica?
I am with the Jamaican people on this matter. I am with the Jamaican people on this matter. The voice of the people is the voice of God. We must take a page out of Michael Manley's book. As long as we Jamaicans are in power, any Jamaican, we should walk through the world on our feet and not on our knees.
That is it. That is it.
And we must remember that Donald Trump will not be in power forever. And as soon as the administration changes, the policy positions of that administration will also change. So we have to be careful that we are not taking the wrong sides now. And in the long run, we will lose out.
Very well said. Just one question from the chat room. Please ask Mr. Cousins, was all the roads targeted to be fixed under the REACH program done? How much money was allocated under the Sparks program? How much was spent? And that's the final question from the chat room. The REACH program, was all the money spent?
Those programs were implemented with a great degree of secrecy. Members of parliaments were not involved in that program. Decisions were made from the NWA and were imposed within the constituencies. So I can't speak and I don't hold brief for the NWA, nor would I want to. As it relates to the Spark program, it's several $billion. This one that is announced is 25 billion. Before this, I believe it was 20 billion. So overall, it's 45 billion. I can't even tell you what has been spent in my own constituency because that is how it is structured. The contracts are issued to the Chinese. They come in, they do their contracts. I just ensure that there's no disruption, and I'm happy for the communities to get the road. I don't enter into any discussion beyond that point. Because as far as I'm concerned, right, the Chinese come, they do their thing, and I don't understand how this thing is working. All I can tell you is that any utterance you hear from other MPs about low wages and salaries for the local employees, it is true.
Now that you are the shadow minister of works, will you be digging deeper into it to get to the bottom and get the figures and find out how much of taxpayers' money was really spent and was it value for money?
There's a Latin maxim, res is loquitur. The thing speaks for itself. If you looked at my release today and you saw how thorough it was,
yes,
it is a sign of what is to come. I am not here to villainize anybody. Make it clear. I am not here to tear down any program. I support any program that inures to the benefit of all Jamaicans, despite their leanings. But I am here to ensure that if you say a program is going to be implemented, it is implemented. And if the program is not being implemented properly or without consultation, I am going to call you out on that. Because in the end, right, when rain a fall, it a fall upon one, somebody else stop. It fall upon everybody else stop.
Luther and Cousins, thanks for the time at short notice. I don't know if there's anything you want to say to my listeners and viewers before you leave.
No, man. Thank you very much for listening. And just pay attention to what is there in the public domain. Be keen. Don't be afraid to challenge issues that you believe need to be challenged, because we need a more active society, a more participatory society, a society that is built around trust and unity and togetherness. And not because one supports one party and one supports another party mean that you can't speak and speak openly about issues of national importance.
My brother, one love. Blessings and thanks for the short notice for the time.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Blessings. Listeners and viewers, that was Luther Cousins. He's now shadow minister on works and also lands. And we spoke to him about a number of things right there. So, you have it. This is the place to be, you know. Portland Spice TV. I can't understand how some people say them a labor right blogger and vlogger and dogger. And you can't bring on the minister them and ask them pointed question. You think my party could have been in government and the minister them not on my channel on a regular basis? You know, go sit down. Because they know him respect, you know. You know, they tell lie and I call on yourself Madam Speaker and I call on yourself MP. You know, it's a set of crowbait. Why you can't bring them on on a channel? Bring them on. Ask them the pertinent question. But guess what? We don't have no reputation. We don't have no credibility. We don't have no standard. That's why they're not coming on the show. Raleigh, call me back now. Because let me tell you something. As me tell you, me no vlogger, me no blogger, me a broadcaster. Standard we say. We have a bias. We now come here and tell you say we now have a bias. But at the same time, we can be fair and we speak truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. We not spread propaganda. Take one yourself with that. And we invite any one of you to come and challenge our argument, have a discussion with us on the data. Because let me tell you something. When you're listening to all the labor rats, once you put data to them,
Mr. Colin?
then done. Yes, Mama.
Mr. Colin?
Yes, Mama.
Good evening, I hear you.
Good
and
evening.
You're right to be on that note, yes.
Yeah, man.
Call them, the name them.
Yeah, man.
Mr. Colin?
Yes,
what
ma'am.
Can go so?
How?
Eh?
How?
Mr. Colin, everything them I.
Yeah, man, but them say if you want to hide something from black people, put it
If
in
you're
writing.
doing something and you're honest, you're not fair hide.
Yeah.
You hear me, Mr. Colin?
Yes, man. May I hear you loud and clear? Anytime you're ready. May I hear you loud and clear, man? Carla, I'm hearing you.
Okay, yes, the phone here. Mr.
Yes.
Colin.
Yes, ma'am.
These things them where JLP are going with. No way PMP could get away with these things.
You mad? Country that bun down.
We want them pressure them,
Yeah, they said Jamaica stop. If PNP was in power, with all the corruption, all the bad spending, all the misallocations, all the poor decision, Jamaica would have stopped already. Yeah.
It not look good. It not look good, and it's not fair to the PNP. The PNP must stand up on their feet.
The PNP is held to higher standards than the GLP, you know. The PNP is held to higher standards than the GLP. When the labor rights them do some things, they are expected. Certain things you don't expect from the PNP.
They must either in Parliament stand up and just listen to them. Just stand up, not sit down for about 15 minutes. Or as one gentleman one time they call and say, turn your back, give them. But not leave Parliament because they are there to represent the people.
Don't walk out.
To be there.
No man, the walking out done. You know, the Gen Sex said, walk out and what? We now walk out.
No walking out. They
No
can
time.
do other things to send the message strong.
Yeah, man.
Send the message strong to them. It is out of order, disrespectful, them so low and dirty. And you see them young boy minister, they will come, and like the tongue one him, and the nether one Morgan, and the next Morgan. Let me tell them something. This is what they do to the elderly and all of these type of people. Them pay they are go coming out. Them pay they must stop these things, man. You know, I'm nothing for idea run the country. Be fair. There's two governing party in the country, PMP, JLP. One at some time will be on the opposition side. They're still a part of government.
Yes,
they're elected to be there.
But some people believe that they will be in government forever, you know. But Uncle salvation lasts forever and the good one, they need to remember that.
I know you come.
Tell her.
Because the fire there must steal and them think a cool breeze.
Hey, yes.
Because I say this last and give somebody a chance. You know that this I can move from here. So somebody out there with that bike thing there and it's just crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Raleigh has rejoined us as well.
Good evening, Mr. Ralston. I hear you upon the beat as usual. Good evening.
Yeah, man, good evening.
You see all them money there? You see Jamaica need the money now. You see the money that is wasted.
Yeah, man.
What if the money wasted now?
A lot of money.
Building where they occupy.
Whole heap of money.
And all of these. Yes, we need the money.
We gave away $12.4 billion to buy Roman Boom, you know. You remember, Raleigh?
Yeah, man.
And
Jesus.
we
Would
told
I tell them to foolishness them I do?
we told them that the country could not afford it at the time. But to ensure that they get a third term, they gave away 12.4 billion. Madness. Madness.
Madness, more than madness. They must be held accountable for all this money. Jamaica need it. Every system out there right now need it. People is going to need a raise of salary, raise of pay, because what they getting now cannot do for them and their families. And what is going on now with Andrew? He's taking like all the education ministry, the money that you pay, that is drawn from your pay. That must go to education.
Well, Raleigh has that money. Hold on. Raleigh, has that money ever gone exclusively to education?
Which money?
The education tax.
No, man, that does get swallowed up in our general revenue.
So it just go into the consolidated fund and get swallowed up.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Swallow up in the belly of the beast.
Peace. The same thing with the NHC. Mr. Collin, lastly, if these monies were used for what the cause is, education, like education ministry would not be what it is right now. It would be better, and the children, a matter of fact, the teachers will be getting better salary, and the schools will be better equipped for the children. I am asking, what is the education opposition minister doing right now with all these crazy lists coming out to the parents? Mr. Damian Crawford, me a call upon you, man, and there must be
I will be talking to Damian soon. In fact, we had a tentative date for Saturday gone, but it never materialized. So I will be talking to Damian soon because he's out there talking, you know. That's how they're fixing up the numbers from the PEP and all of that. So we're going to talk to Damian about all of that soon. Don't worry yourself.
Yeah, man, if you stepping at the thing, man, stepping at it. And audit should be happening before school reopen to see how much money is there for education right now. And audit must go on before school open. Gone.
Bless you. No, right. I see people mentioning the half-wit that called me yesterday morning. I don't see no message from him, but it looked like him in the chat room. If you have questions, Dan Walker, you can call the professor, the top financial analyst anywhere on media is on the line. So I suggest if you have some questions, you call and get some answers so you can be educated, because this is the only platform on YouTube right now where you can get this level of knowledge. So give us a call if you want knowledge. Go ahead, caller.
Hello, Mr. Bell. Good evening to you and Mr. Royston. Listen, you will never get one of the JLP bloggers come on the air, because don't forget they get $50,000 a month to talk rubbish.
Yes.
They get what to
say. Oh, you know that?
Talk.
Hey, you know how much they get? Oh, you know that?
Don't forget the gentleman come in Parliament one time. One of the JLP man, and he caught the names of who are the bloggers.
Yes, I remember. I remember when they big them up. I never hear how much he said and get, but remember him big them up.
Because that's, you know, all I can say, they get paid to talk, and they talk what they get paid. So you will never get one of them, get one of their MPs or whoever to come and talk with them, because they already know what to say. You know, and I swear a lot of these bloggers are ashamed, but because of the money, they will sell their soul to the devil. You understand? The country is in a mess, financial mess, and everyone there are making millions and begin how many apartments. So when they're out of power, they got money to fall back on. So all we can do is to pray that our party get in the next, and it won't be long. By the end of the year, they're going to be election call, yeah?
All
because
right,
they are in trouble. Andrew going to lose his seat, and he's going to call an election.
I hear you.
Okay. Good night to both of you.
Blessings. I see Dan Walker in the chat room saying that Ralston is reading from the Ministry of Finance. Yes, the numbers that Ralston gave us earlier this evening, they are coming from where, Raleigh?
And tell him that we always read the numbers from the government agencies. We never make up any numbers yet. Yes, these numbers come out of Favor Office, the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service. Yes.
Yes.
And tell him the other one, them come from Statin or BOJ or PIOJ or the IMF or the World Bank. We never make up numbers yet. Yeah, I'm glad to know that.
That is it, Dan Walker. The numbers them we talk are true. The truth. We don't make up nothing. Yeah? And when we read those numbers, Ralston analyze them for us and tell we what they mean. So those of us who not so affair, Ralston teach us and give us the understanding. So I am happy that you're over here learning. The country is in a recession. Not some sort of recession, but the recession is even getting deeper. It is not going to be a V-shaped recession. It is going to, well, we are in a U-shape right now, Raleigh, and looking like an L-shape.
Yeah, man, we're moving towards an L. And in all my 40 years of burning out Omar Davies, are the worst never to the numbers then.
Carla, good evening.
Hello.
Yes, Carla, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show. Yes.
Good evening, Mr. Bell and Ralston Iman.
Good evening.
Yes, I have 3 matters that I want to put to you. See, I don't hear. As a matter of fact, I'm not sure about some things that is being said by Transport Authority about if you're driving too slow, you'll get ticket. And I think they say if you leave your vehicle throttling, you know, you'll get charged for it also. And if you're eating in the vehicle, they'll charge you for it.
Or if you're eating while driving.
Yeah, but I don't hear the opposition member come out to say anything pertaining to some of those things, because I guess those things are new and then they're looking extra money maybe to put in the budget.
Well, we're going to get somebody on to talk about this new thing. I played a clip from the Chief Justice the other day, but I'm going to get somebody to come on and detail it for us so we can get the understanding.
Yeah, because I saw this lady viral where she was crying, and I know you're supposed to see where she said she was on spur 3, I guess, after 10. And they gave her a ticket for $10,000.
For what?
I think she have a thing on the screen on the front of the car glass where you know that you can put your phone on it or something like that. And she said her phone was there, and she said that's what she get the ticket for. And she said it has been years she have it there, and no police have ever given her any ticket, and that police gave her a ticket. I think it was night before last night, about after 10.
But I think once you don't have the phone in your hand, once your hands free, you can't.
No, she didn't have it in her hand. She didn't have it in her hand. I think the thing that was on the screen, on the front windscreen there, it was on it, and that was what get her upset, because she says that she had it there so long and she didn't have the phone on her anything, and they stop her, and you know, and she was just telling him that she was on the phone, she just put it there because there's no space in the car, because it's an old car. She said she was driving and she don't have anywhere convenient to put it. But anyway, somebody offered to pay the $10,000 for her because she was so distraught and so forth, you know. And sometimes when you look at people like those, you know, you might pretty much drive them to them death, because the way she was talking, and she's, you know, she was so upset. You know, maybe you might have to look at it when you get a chance.
Yeah, I'd have to see,
you know,
it myself.
And all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I get there's another thing too. I don't know why. I'm not getting the full understanding with this committee where the JLP want the Integrity Commission to make some changes. And I guess I heard Dalrymple was talking, and she was talking about they're asking them questions. Sometimes they don't even remember some of the things that they have.
Dalrymple
you know,
Filbert for shut up his mouth.
And I don't know what she's really doing there, because she shouldn't even be in there, because
That is
you
it.
know, integrity, anything to do with integrity, she should not be there. You know, but a lot of them was talking stuff, because I think Samuda mentioned that he would rather the FID do the investigation.
Yeah, man.
of the
Samuda wants that.
declaration.
Samuda wants that because they believe that they have Dennis Strong in their pockets. So if they send it to the
Yeah,
FID,
yeah,
Dennis Strong
yeah,
won't see anything wrong. But
yeah.
that's rubbish. Not going to happen. We
And
asked,
and
we
that
asked
can happen.
Fitzjackson
But
about it
you
Saturday
know,
morning and him said
that,
rubbish.
you know, the amazing thing for me, Dalrymple is saying now that they can't remember certain things, and they I think Delroy Chuck says that he doesn't want them to investigate anything beyond 2018. You know, so she was saying sometimes you can't even remember things that you have. But I stopped to say that, oh, on earth you remember whatever happened in the days when Mandela was prime minister. You remember what happened when Portia was prime minister, and you can't remember things that you have 3 or 4 years ago. You know, conveniently you just cannot remember.
But let me tell you
know?
this. Let me tell you this, Carla. Let me tell you this. When you step into the fray of becoming a member of parliament, you must understand that you will be held to higher standard than the average citizen. These people don't want to be held to a higher standard. Angela Brodenberg told them in that same community, in that same committee, that when you become an MP, you are going to be held to higher standard. But we're running. Thanks for the call.
Yeah, okay, all right.
Carla, good evening. Hold on for me, please. So, Ralston Hyman, give us an update of what take place otherwise in the economy today now.
That was the dominant. Apart from the banks the central bank providing the regular liquidity support for the deposit-taking institutions. That was the big news today, or the big research, because very few people are talking about that. In fact, we're the only ones that are talking about that. And I'm glad that little man in the chat room, because in me saying I am reading from the Ministry of Finance, as it's that is something derogatory. That is where, if you want to talk about the economy in an informed way,
yes,
that is that you need to do, to talk about the official data. You can go and create something for yourself.
And I am happy that he said that, Ralston, because you constantly tell them that the numbers that you are giving are from the Ministry of Finance, from Statin, from the Bank of Jamaica, from the IMF, from the World Bank. And so the number them come from an Ralston Hyman number them.
Yep. We don't make up numbers like them.
Hey. So happy to know that you understand that the numbers are the government numbers.
Right.
So when you come here yesterday morning to tell us that the economy is in some sort of recession, we are saying to you that the economy is in a recession, period. And if we're going to continue, it is in a deep recession. And if we're going to continue, it looks like a hell-shaped recession.
Precisely.
And the government is doing nothing that we can find to take us out of the recession.
Yeah, man.
Let's take a call. Good evening, caller. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show. Hold on there. If you don't like the video yet, we're almost at 1,500 views. We have almost 1,500 devices. Give the video a like for me, please and thanks. We not beg nobody no money. All we are beg is a click on the thumbs up. Thank you very much. Go ahead, caller.
Yes, Colin. For tonight, I have two topics.
Yeah.
One is with the road that we have in Jamaica. Number one, since every parish have so many bad roads, what they should do is go back to in the 70s when we have the PWD. Getting back the supervisors in each parish, so everybody can examine the road, go back in the office, and they can fix the road from each parishes. Because if they're gonna do it like that, it would never fix. I'll tell you something. I don't know if you know this road from the end of the highway in Manuel. They call it Winston Jones Highway.
Yeah, that's the old road.
Few months ago, I was in Mandeville and they were fixing Winston Jones going up. And what the guys were doing, he was fixing the pothole and leave the cup hole and the plate hole them. So as the rain fall, the plate hole and the cup hole them will turn pot hole again. Because I'm saying, the small one, them they don't fix the small one. I ask the guy, say, what happened? He said, what happened? He says they should only fix a pot hole. So I said, what happened to the cup hole them and the plate hole? Them they not going to turn pot hole? Because if you should drive up from that road from William Field up to Spur Tree, it just fixed 2 months ago, and it is a shame. That is my neck of the wood, so I know it. Okay, number 2 again. What I'm going to call about? I'm calling about the police and the girl with the ticket. I know the girl was reading the ticket and he called a police name in it. So I said, damn, I know the guy. So I call the police. He's my friend.
Yeah.
And asked me what the hell is going on with him and that girl. So I said, I saw the girl and girl were calling your name. So he said, what happened? He said, okay, I saw it. So I sent him the video clip.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what he said, there was up on Spur Tree Hill. The girl was going there and the girl was on the phone watching YouTube.
Oh.
And when she saw the police, she threw the phone.
She threw it where?
Yes, because it was a night. Right? I know the guy from before he was a police.
So how him know she that watch YouTube? They were driving behind her?
Rasta a night, you know, because what? The guy worked for the
so were they driving behind
patrol.
her?
I never asked him.
Because if you stand in front and the vehicle coming and you stop the vehicle, how you going to know say them that watch YouTube?
Colin, if a night, you know, remember spiritually, I don't like, you know.
I understand that.
Yes,
but
when
if
you're
you
on a
see,
phone.
hold on, if you see light on the phone, how you know say on the maps she have on?
Colin,
I'm just
please,
asking. I'm just asking.
I don't know. I never go so far to ask him.
I'm just
I
asking.
have his number. I could call him. I can ask him, guys. My boy.
Yeah, me understand you, but me just ask.
The police guy, after he called the guy's name, I said, damn, I know that name. So I went in my phone, looked for his name, called him. He said, guess it was him.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, what happened to you? This guy happened Saturday night. And he was explaining everything to me.
Yes.
Honestly, he's a very cool guy.
I understand. All right. But
I know him from before he went in the police force.
Somebody saying in the chat room,
district.
Somebody in the chat room was saying that you shouldn't have anything on your windshield or on your dashboard. I don't know. The law said that. Because so many people have their camera mounted on the dashboard in a place.
On the dashboard, yeah, because
see it.
Because right now I'm in the state now, and my one I just buy one and put up my phone up on the dashboard and I have no problem.
Yeah, because when I'm abroad and I am driving, it's maps me use, so the phone have to up in a position because sometimes I want to see the lane them. Yeah, because if you don't listen, sometimes you might miss your turn. You want to see the lane them when it a come. You know, so I don't know.
Because my neck of the wood when I'm in America is Jersey, and right now this time I find myself in Georgia.
Oh, well.
So everywhere I'm going in Georgia now, you know, I have to use my map.
Somebody said
GPS.
she said she was listening to music on YouTube. Oh.
Hallelujah. So you say I'm not wrong. The guy said he was on YouTube. So the guy is not lying.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So he say, and you know, the guy is a cool guy, but probably, you know, sometimes. I was in Kingston about over a month ago, and I make a bad drive, and a policeman pulled me over.
Yeah.
The police already saw me. So I say, yes, I say, yeah, man, why me make a bad ride? And me talk out the policeman.
Police can use their discretion. But
yes,
we're going to run and take a few more calls, all right?
Yes, Colin, we talk again.
Blessings.
All right, cool. All right.
Raleigh.
Yeah, man.
The Hurricane Melissa.
Mm-hmm.
Was it expected that after Hurricane Melissa, Jamaica would have to be in a recession? Hold on, caller.
Well, it wasn't expected, but based on the damage that was done, yes.
So it is expected that a recession would come after that massive hurricane.
And that is why the authorities mobilize all this money. What we never expect and what people never expected is that we'd have this massive delay before the money started to spend.
My view, Raleigh, is that it could have been a V-shaped recession.
If you started to spend the money.
Right, yeah. And we here on Portland Spice TV did give the government a lot of suggestion, and we were trying to force the government to get cracking.
Yeah, man.
But people,
the government needs to give the country an explanation as to why it mobilized the money with such alacrity and all of that big news, and then after getting the money mobilized, we're sitting on the money for almost 10 months now, almost a year now. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the point we are making to those who are saying we should expect the recession. Yes, but we expected it to be a V-shaped recession based on the amount of money that the government have at their disposal.
And clearly the government expected there to be a recession, and that is why they mobilize the money with alacrity. What they need to explain to the nation now is why you mobilize the money with such alacrity and then you are sitting on it.
But Raleigh, I want to disagree with you, because the alacrity that you speak of, I remember we were calling on them and said, why you're not? Because remember, the IMF came out before them and said money available.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
and
man. Just like the Great Recession.
They took some time before they approached the IMF, and we were calling on them and said, well, now wait pan if you go deal with the money. They finally went and deal with the money, but they are not using the money to date. Them only draw down what, 400 million US?
Yeah, from the IMF money.
While there's over $500 billion available, while we declined in the last quarter of last year. What was expected, we declined in the first quarter, and none of those decline had to be so steep, Raleigh.
No, if you started to spend the money.
Exactly, because we were saying, instead of talking about go buy containers from China, start building houses with Jamaican sand, Jamaican gravel, Jamaican black, Jamaican cement, Jamaican labor, all would I import a steel.
Yeah, man.
We have a caller. Caller, good evening. Welcome.
Yes, good evening, Mr. Bell and Mr. Hyman. I really appreciate all the work that you are doing.
Yeah,
I wanted to say that it's better for the Prime Minister to start listening to the advice that you and Mr. Hyman are giving from now. Because in my opinion, I see where he's clutching at straws. I see where, he's clutching at whatever way possible to start growing the economy, because the other day I saw a report where he was calling for members of the diaspora to buy second and third homes in Jamaica. And I think he's saying that because he wants that foreign money, within the local economy to help to stimulate growth. And he's been saying other things. So he's really, in my opinion, he's clutching at straws.
Yeah, but the Prime Minister missing it, caller, because what is needed is the government to start that investment. And that would encourage people in the diaspora to come forward.
Yeah, man.
But instead, the government sit down lazy, lackluster, and look like, when someone drunk and lie on a roadside asleep. That's how the government look.
But I think it is the end result of him prioritizing his cronies over the people. After all these years, some simple things he could have done in the past to have grown the economy. Even the NHG that could have been used to stimulate growth. We see where they're lending out less money, building less homes. That the trickle-down effect is just not there. So I think the longer he keeps this up is the more dislike and disdain the public is going to have for him and his party, especially with food prices. We see things going up by like $50 one time and, that kind of thing. So, it's better for him to start listening now, because the end result of it is that he's going to damage his legacy. And, well, I kind of like that, actually. But he is going to bring his party into this place of disrepute, because even with the insurance and everything, he's just sabotaging himself. And it's really good that, you're giving him, you and Mr. Hyman are giving him this advice, but you won't take it. Not understanding that you're really doing it for the betterment of the country.
Exactly.
Jamaica,
so that is it.
I just really appreciate it. And I'm under 30 and I really enjoy listening to your program to,
Thank you.
kind of have an insight about what's going on in the country. And I want you to, just keep up the good work. It's benefiting, all of us who listen.
Blessings. One love.
Blessings, man. Yeah, man.
Raleigh,
Yes.
we talk about the shortfall in government earnings. What about remittance?
Yeah, man. When for the up to April, there was a shortfall in the month of April. Between January and April, there was an increase of 3.4%, which brought it up to 1.1 billion. But the trade gap between January and March alone was 1.5 billion. So there was a shortfall in terms of remittances and the trade gap of $400 million. So we're way behind.
So our remittance gone down.
And that is expected to continue because Donald Trump says now the guardian angel for the Straits of Hormuz. Oil prices down by $5 today alone based on that.
Oil prices up again.
Him say want a 20% fee for make ships pass through the Straits of Hormuz. He's now the guardian angel.
Who want that? Donald Trump?
Yeah, the USA.
Hold on. Where does say Raleigh? Donald Trump want to charge toll?
The big announcement in the world this morning is that the Straits of Hormuz is blocked again, and Trump says he's the guardian angel, and every ship will pass through must pay him 20%.
20% of what? Hold on, caller. 20% of what?
He never said 20% of what, which is part of the stupidity. But as a result of that, the market reacted and oil prices jumped by $4 and change.
Ask Mr. Ralston, where is all the money sitting that the money is being moved or diverted? Who has oversight of this money? Which one of the money I talk about? Go ahead, Raleigh.
The money we talk about, the money that the IMF, the money that the World Bank, the money that the Development Bank of the Caribbean, the money that the Inter-American Development Bank.
So that's the $560 billion them talking about.
Yeah, man.
The money is there. The people have committed to lend Jamaica this money. But what is happening is that the Jamaican government is timid.
Yep.
They don't want to take the money. While the people of Jamaica are suffering and the economy is in dire straits. Go ahead, caller. Good evening and welcome to Portland Spice TV. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Click the thumbs up, like the channel, like it up for me now, please, and share the channel. Go ahead, caller.
Colin Wagwan.
Blessings, my brother. We're there.
I'm still long in the highway, so I know force not get started out yet. But Ralston,
yeah, man, blessings.
My wife talked about what Qantas advantage one stock. It's a good stock to buy than even buying a car right now.
Qantas advantage. If it's a good stock to buy.
Yeah, man.
This is a good
stock.
stock.
A good stock.
Yeah, man. Good management. Good people. Yeah, man.
It's good for what?
He says good management, good people.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Good people around. Okay then. Well, all right then. Well, to buy a car now, if you think it's a good choice to buy a car now, or should invest?
Car is an expense now, remember that.
Huh?
Car is an expense.
So an investment is better than an expense. So if you have the money to support it, you can buy the car. But if you have one money and you want to turn it, you can use the investment and buy the car. So everything have an opportunity cost. So make sure you're where you want it.
All right, caller.
Yeah, man. All right. Thanks, Colin. I see you right here.
Listeners and viewers, coming up at 7:15 is religious freedom. This evening we are going to be discussing the Godhead. Some people believe that there are three gods in heaven. Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Some people say it's one God, Jesus Christ alone is God. Religious freedom this evening, that is what we are going to be discussing. So when we finish this program, please rejoin us. Ralston, anything else you want to say to the listeners and viewers this evening about the Jamaican economy?
Simply, when you look across what is happening in the various public sector agencies, they're under stress because the government is taking money from them in order to show up the budget. Now we see why, because almost every area of revenue collection is down. This is the first time I've ever seen it is so widespread right across the board. So when I look at the numbers, we see people losing jobs. We see that showing up in the revenue numbers. The amount of taxes paid by people who are working, which you take from their income at source, is down. So that tells you that people are losing work. The amount of taxes paid by businesses also down. That tells you that something is wrong with businesses. The taxes collected from the hotels, that is down. International trade taxes are down because we're not exporting anything. All of those things are telling us that the economy is in a steep recession. And we need to call upon the government, we need to call upon the apologists for telling us that the country is not in a recession. The fiscal numbers that we see today, they are conclusive evidence that the recession is deepening. So we need to stop being complacent and call upon the government, the Prime Minister himself, to do something about the position that the country is in. And the international situation is getting more delicate because the war between the US and Iran is in full scale again, and the crude oil prices are climbing, and the Federal Reserve Board, the world's most powerful independent central bank, is talking about increasing interest rates again. That means things are going to get harder and harder. So we ask everybody to come out, step out, ask the Prime Minister to do something about what is happening. Simple.
Blessings, my brother. One love. We talk
All
tomorrow.
Right. Yeah, man. Blessings. Yeah,
Ralston Iman, the top financial analyst anywhere in media. I'm going to leave you this evening with the president of the Nurses Association. Well, I did take a call, sir. Caller, good evening.
Good evening, Colin.
Yeah, quickly.
Good evening, Ralston. I know.
Yes, sir, good evening.
Ralston, we need a comment
Yeah,
on
man.
this. Are you aware of the Travel and World Tour news site?
There?
Travel and World Tour. News just out. Let me just read this quickly, Colin, and get off.
Yeah.
Jamaica leads tourism decline as rising travel deals, falling arrivals, softer visitor spending, weaker demand, higher airfare, economic uncertainty, increased competition among regional destinations are now fueling this decline. Jamaica is falling behind Chile, United States, and other destinations. Raleigh, real quick, and Colin, just one of the things that's happening.
So you are saying that Jamaica lead in the decline?
The decline, the tourism decline. Colin, I'm
yeah,
going to send it.
That's why
get off and I'm going to send it to you, Colin.
Yeah, man. Send me the article.
man.
But you say Raleigh down by
yes,
what?
I'm on
35% the travel tax, man.
I'm going to get off.
Yeah, I didn't think I showing up in the numbers, man. Yeah.
The travel tax down by 35%.
Mm-hmm.
Brother, little more Raleigh.
We have to wake up, yeah, man.
Yeah, man. We have to wake up. Callers, viewers, if you have not yet touched the thumbs up, touch it for me before you leave. Let's go to the nurse. The nurse will tell you about the people them who left school. Listen this.
361 RNs last year. And
this is at the professional level.
Yeah. None of those persons are yet employed.
But that's strange.
And it's not strange. It happens every year.
It is said we have a shortage of nurses.
Right.
Well, let me not say nurses. Let me say there's a shortage of professionals in the system. Yes. But then you have people who are not engaged. So I'm curious, why is that?
The HR policies of the Ministry of Health and Wellness are a challenge for nursing.
The HR policies, what does that? Explain to me. I don't know enough about
the
intricacies of the profession. So
many moons ago.
Next clip.
Moons ago, when I was employed as a registered general nurse, when we were placed, you went to the ministry, you get your letter and you go down to the ministry and you're assigned. Because when we did the exam, we had to say where we want to work. You don't must get it, but you put it down there. Because I wanted to work in Port Antonio and I don't reach up there yet. But you were assigned and everybody who graduated was assigned. That no longer happens. Now, the current situation is that the HR management system is called the My HR Plus system. That system will not employ an individual if they are not able to align them to a post number. We don't have enough posts.
May the good Lord continue to bless and keep you. Make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his light and give you his peace. Until we meet again tomorrow evening. And remember, at 7:15, religious freedom comes your way. Please rejoin us for that. One love, my people.
Tell them to try pre-we. Big up Portland Spice TV. Tell them big up Portland Spice TV. Remember to subscribe. See, Portland Spice TV. Louis Culture say it once, so I say it again. Portland Spice TV. We are going to hold them and pop it off. Bogus match where we rip off. Subscribe, share, Portland